Alrighty, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for June the 6th, 2024. I hope everybody is well. Okay. I'm just a little exhausted. I'm tired, mentally and physically. Just, you know. So, yeah, that racially profiling stuff that happened to me yesterday just really took a little bit out of me spiritually, but it just took a lot out of me mentally. Okay. And it just went all up in my head space. And by that happening, it just really took a little bit more out of my physicality. Okay. Out of my physical body. Because anytime you're very exhausted in your mind and your thoughts and stuff like that, it will uh, manifest out in your body. Okay. So we had Virgo 6th house to come out. Now, for the people who do not know, never followed me yet, or watched any of my readings, I do Vedic sidereal on this channel, Jasti, not Western astronomy or astrology. And for that reason, the sun is still in Taurus until June the 14th, 15th. Take a day or two. And K2 is in Virgo. Rahu is in Pisces. Okay. Up until May 25th, 29th, 2025. So it's going to be a long haul. And yeah, so Virgo 6th house is about your health. It's about your money. It also is about your job, your career, your 9 to 5, if you want to say it like that. Also can affect entrepreneurship. And it also talks about delays. Okay. Um, Virgo 6th house is also about the amount of work and service that you will have to put in, or regarding the work and the service that you're already putting into something. Okay. Is it worth it? hmm So let's go ahead and then you got Sagittarius here at the bottom of the deck. So, the reason that your title today is Unfinished Business is because, let me make sure I got volume. Hold on a second. Oh, Reese in here. Reese, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Love you, babe. All right. Chiron healing. Now, I've never really keep up where Chiron is. I know a lot of times Western astronomy or astrology may keep up more with Chiron than Jashti or Vedic Sidereal. Not quite sure. But you can always look in your personal chart and see where Chiron is. Chiron may be or can be actually the same type of version of a Virgo energy, okay, which is the healing. Hmm. You see that methods for the healing, the power of needs analyzation, results from the perfection of, and then the serving of others, the details, do what you must do. Okay. Which is can be to do what you must do for healing for yourself, can be mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, a sense of stability, communication, putting the work, putting the service in, or being a service to somebody. Now, this also can be toward relationships for some of you, which is healing. Okay, so healing a situation because today's title is Unfinished Business. Now, the title is not regarding the Virgo energy, it's regarding Saturn going retrograde at the end of the month. And yes, because of Saturn going retrograde at the end of the month, that also will be some type of delays. But it is going to be something that's going to need to be healed. Okay, so it can be the reason. Unfinished business, it is time to heal that situation between you, somebody else, partnership, get to the heart of the matter, you know, if it's issues at your job, family members, whatever the case may be. So it can be somebody coming back from the past. I know I ran into somebody from the past earlier today that I haven't seen in probably almost 5, 6 months or something. Okay, so we got, yeah, seventh house of partnerships. This is Libra. Libra is actually next door to Virgo, right? And then we got air, energy, communication. And then Sagittarius, I see again. And it's already right here. So anytime that you're going to have double the cards, and then we got Aries. So thank you for me seeing that because Vedic Sidereal, Mars is in Aries now. Okay, so it will be some type of forward movement or action regarding a situation that needs to be analyzed, done, taken care of. Um, some type of the details need to be revealed. Okay, yes. Now the error communication here is in reverse. So for some of you, like we're talking about already, a sense of delay. It can be actually when Saturn does officially go retrograde, which will be June the 29th, the 30th, when for some of your situations you'll get the communication that you need to begin to heal this partnership. Now, just remember that partnerships is not all love, it's platonic out there. You have partnerships as being employee, employer, you have partnerships with being a tenant, okay, uh, to an apartment complex. That's a partnership because it's a contract. Of course, people who are married, that's partnership. You co parent, for some of you, that is a partnership. So don't think that everything is about just a love relationship, okay? It's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so we got the solar eclipse at the bottom. We haven't seen that card in a while. Okay, so we got healing, seventh house of love, relationships, partner house, which also can be marriages and contracts. That's Libra. We got air element that can be the Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra again in reverse. And then we got Sagittarius, ninth house, which is our spiritual house. It's our spiritual journey house. It's getting to the highest levels, giving the higher self. Okay. Now, also listening to like your spirit guides or listening to um, you spiritually being back guided to heal a situation. Now, I know a lot of you are not up for this, but it's going to be necessary. Okay. It's going to be necessary. So do not dismiss it. Um, it's not saying that you have to be back with the person, but the details of it needs to come out. Okay, it needs to be resolved as unfinished business because something here is still holding you back from your spiritual part of your journey. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the cards here on this. And I believe that we're about to have a new moon. So this also can be about new moon manifestations. Now, remember, I told you before, right? Anytime that you have to resolve unfinished business, it's very best to try to communicate or resolve it during a new moon or the first part of the month. Anytime you get closer toward the end of the month, the waxing, the waning toward a full moon, the feelings and emotions will be more revved up. Okay, feelings and emotions will be to the highest, is going to be full, and that's how you can get like tower moments. So the first part of the month is very best to discuss details, to ask questions, to get the best answers, to deliberate, to mediate, things like that. But when you get closer to a full moon, tensions be higher, and that's how fights and arguments and stuff like that break out. Okay. I just wanted to put some of these. Okay, stillness. Like I said, looking at the lake here, water, right? Feelings and emotions. Um, it seems like you're just at an even keel right now. Not the KILL, but a even level, or level playing field. I don't feel that your emotions are high or low. It's just like straight across. But this person that can be contacting you may rev it up or take it down. Okay. So when it comes to your feelings and emotions, yeah, because the passions are going to run high when the conversation starts. Now, for some of you, that could be a good thing, especially if the unfinished business is mutual, such as passion. But then somebody can be a lot more passionate about something because they have been holding back their feelings and emotions, and it may come out the wrong way, especially with that Mars being in its natural home of Aries, because you already got like the fire around the rim here. Okay, so it can go either way. It can either come to a conclusion and the fire will kind of like burn it out, or it can be like a sense of connection, or something can be resolved. Yes? Yeah, see there? Peace. Tried to pop out with relax. hmm It's time to make peace or to bring peace to a situation. And it could be, yeah, let's see there, love and compassion. It could be anything. You know, you have a lot of co parents that has a lot of tension in it because one parent may do more than the others, and one of the co-parents may not like the other, you know, and keep the kids from them and stuff like that. You have to think about people all around, not just your particular relationship or situation, because this is a general reading. So, some of you also may just need some rest and relaxation where you just need to sit still. Now, that is part of the help with the crown chakra being out of alignment, which is part of yoga. Yes, we talked about that the other day. Some of you are just all over the place. You may just be doing a lot, or this can be, you know, a reading coming up for you where you're about to just become very busy. Okay, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And remember your health. Also, remember to take time for rejuvenation, to relax, and just sit still. Okay. Now, that is connected with the Mercury retrograde that will be happening in Leo. Let me check again. Yeah. It's going to be happening in Leo August the 4th through the 27th. Again, in Vedic Sidereal, not Western. So, some of you, that can be or will be your rest period. But you may have to get some things done up until then. And then it's going to come like a sense of relaxation. Um, Now, if this person or this situation comes up, see there, for you to connect, landing right on the seventh house of love and relationships, then the less tension, the best, right? Because the situation will be healed. At least some type of peace, understanding, um, analyzation. Um, some of you, I always tell you during the Mercury retrograde, it's a time to reflect. So you will be in a sense of withdrawal, to rethink, to recalculate, to redo, to re strategize, to replan, to relax, to sit still, okay? Um, to find a repurpose. hmm And so, like I'm saying, during this time of the retrograde or right before, if some type of healing or communication comes towards you about any type of unfinished business that you need to do or to handle, it can be that rest period, August the 4th through August the 27th, that you will take that time to reconsider a partnership, reconsider some things that may be going on with yourself, such as reevaluating your health, your diet, your exercise plan, um, your mental health, okay, your spirituality. So I'm already telling you ahead of time, during that month of August, you will be more in a sense of withdrawal, okay? So to find your center when you stay connected to your spiritual core, the best and most advantageous path will unfold before you. So again, finding the center not only, see strength trying to pop out, not only in a situation, but finding your own center. Not at the bottom, not just at the top, but in the center. Which is like getting back into an alignment. Okay. Getting your life back into alignment. The unfinished business. Getting things back in a sense of alignment. And now we have perception. Yeah. So by the air element here in reverse and then the perception um, coming out on top of it, it can be by a sense of withdrawal, like I said, rethinking a situation to see if your perception of something or somebody or a situation is correct. Because when things go haywire, people's perceptions may change or may be um, in a stubborn stance where you don't want to see it somebody else's way, or somebody may not want to see it your way. Because one thing about perception is everybody thinks perceptions is the truth, but it's not. It's a perception. And a lot of people live or lead their life by their perception, which is not a fact. You understand? That's very important. So, this may be the actual communication that needs to be exchanged based off two people's, different perception, no matter what type of situation it is. Okay. Um, Even when you get into the law or going to court or something like that, right? You may have your perception, but then also the court will have their perception, but still based on laws. But that's why your attorney, right, or lawyer will be able to persuade or change somebody's perception, especially like if you're having a jury trial or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. Perceptions are not facts and they're not truth. They're really beliefs. So you can believe what you want to believe. I can believe what I want to believe. But at the end of the day, it's just perception. So Some of you see past through the lens of grace. All that occurs is designed to support your spiritual evolution. And then right next to that, it was telling you to find your center, your spiritual core, not your perception, not your mind, not your feeling or emotion. Okay? What will be your perception? Okay. Have you changed your mind? Will you decide to change your mind on how you perceive somebody? Or are you only looking at their past? That relax card keep trying to come out. Okay. So just take it easy, relax, a sense of stillness. Okay. It also mean, and see that passion keep coming back toward the front. With Mars being in the true his own house of Aries, you will continue to see like the Emperor card to come out. Not just my channel, but everybody's channel. They may not know why the Emperor keeps coming out, but I'm telling you why. Because that's truly where the Mars is. It's in its natural home of a fire sign. You also may see like the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, any wand area, like the wands. You're going to continue to see that too because Mars is in Aries, okay? See how love and compassion keeps trying to come back? And it's about whatever you perceive love and compassion is or needs to be about or changed. Now remember, you're supposed to be going to your spiritual core, not your feelings and emotions and not your mind. Okay? So, because all the time, don't sit around and believe that you're the only one that don't need to change and it's everybody else. Some of you may also be having a baby because that surprise card keeps coming up to the top. That's one of my pregnancy cards, but some of you got a surprise coming in, something that you were not expecting. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Now we have purification, Scorpio energy for me. Which is like a transformation. We've been seeing that card or transformation to come out. Now I do know with Saturn going in retrograde, Aquariuses, Leos, Virgos, you're gonna get the best out of the next 5, 6 months of Saturn being retrograde. So work with the energy. Okay, let's put your other cards out real quick. Something needs to be purified. You know how you drink purified water, or your steam steam stuff to purify it, or you take it to a certain temperature to purify the germs and everything like that out of it. Same thing with the communication and relationship. Something in your life, a job or something like that, that something needs to be removed. But it don't have to be something physical. It can be a perception. Now, for some of you, it may actually be a relationship, but you may not want to change your perception about a person or a situation. And if you don't, then you will have this solar eclipse within. Okay. Again, the RE, the revolution. Okay. So I do suggest that you just kind of just sit still for right now. It's nothing that you really need to take action for as a love relationship. Whatever is meant on the other end that probably has more of unfinished business towards you, they're going to come to you. Okay. Yeah. Unfinished business. Seven of Swords. High Priestess in reverse. Pisces energy. That is where Rahu is. And go to King of Wands. So some of you actually will open up. It may not be something that you actually desire to do or want to do, but it will be necessary to help for this purification from within. Okay. And some of you may not want to do that because you actually don't want to release it. You somehow, for some of you, want to keep it buried down deep within, to ignore it. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want the hassle of it. You don't want it brought it back up to the surface. But exactly what purification is, you need to get rid of that. That is not something as something that you keep pushing down into your body, into your health, into your system. Um, it will continue to affect your spiritual core, whether you're religious or spiritual, whatever. Okay. Now, we had the Knight of Cups. Was it last night or night before last? Again, I think it was the only card that was in the upright, and everything around it was in reverse. A sense of RE, right? Again, retrograde, RE. To return, RE. A sense of peace, a peace offering here. Knight of Cups. Now, a Knight of Cups is not the best energy, but it's a start. It's better than actually a King of Wands being in the upright, because sometimes the King of Wands in the upright can only be about fire and passion and not about the true heart of the matter. Okay. Six of Swords. So, whatever or whoever this is, you're not talking to the person. I see Scorpio energy at the bottom. Um, your Ace of Pentacles popped out in reverse. Still in your mind, like I said, Eight of Swords. Don't necessarily have to be you, but remember just how you're for this reading. This reading also is for the person or people that you're thinking about, the situation that you're thinking about. Let me clarify this. Now, I do want to remind you that the Seven of Swords always return back to the scene. So somebody who has probably lied, betrayed, um, disregarded, didn't do anything with the situation that you presented to them, um, tried to trick you or did trick you in whatever way, they've been kind of still and quiet, not talking, okay? Hoping that they would be able to get away with the situation. But this time, they're not going to be able to run from it. And that's because the Seven of Swords is in reverse. What's happening right now with Saturn going retrograde is a time to not about communication. Saturn is about time, it's about answering for unfinished businesses, okay, for whatever it is that needs to be taken care of. Bringing things back up to the surface to take care of it, whether it's old time love, new love and dating, political, health issues that was very dormant, but now is coming back to the surface. Saturn. and but it's really more of Chiron and Virgo. But by Saturn going retrograde is going to bring it back to the surface because there's unfinished business. So that means Virgo energy, getting to the doctor. For some of you, that goes to the doctor, seeing about your health, your mental health, your spiritual, your religious, um, past people where things were not working out, they're coming back around. Not about Mercury retrograde only, um, but Saturn is about time. So enough time has passed by where that things needs to be um, justified. So this is the World card, but in reverse. So it ended up on shortcuts, seeking closure. See what I mean? And some of you may not want closure because you got the Six of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So what's 8 minus 6? Two of Swords. You will have to make a mental choice to seek this closure, but be very careful about the choice that you make because if you don't, you're going to be left in a sense unpurified, and it's going to affect your higher self. You're going to lose that insight, that wisdom, and that clarity that you needed, okay, or that you do need for the rest of your journey. It's also holding on to pain and resentment. Okay. Because if you say that you're mature, you're wiser, you get clarity, you listen to your intuition, hey, Miss Linda, High Priestess, then you should be able to deal with seeking closure. So don't say that you're doing all these practices and doing all this stuff, but when the time comes and it's time to seek closure and you don't do it. So you haven't been doing, or is this sense of a practice as a high priestess or sitting in the empress energy. You're actually not. And this is why Saturn is going retrograde. Now, Saturn will also, when it goes back direct and finally leaves Aquarius, Vedic Sidereal, it's not going to go back to Aquarius for 50 years. Okay, so add that 50 years to the age that you are now. So now we have delays, like I told you, lack of completion, stagnation, and disappointment. Not surprised that the hangman didn't come out, but having an eight of swords is worse than a hangman. Okay, at least in a hangman state, you will be getting the accumulation of wisdom and clarity and insight because you'll stay in that position because you want to stay in that position to gain the instructions or the know-how, right? To help to change your perception for a better you. But if you're just stuck in your mind and just replaying this and replaying that, you're never going to have closure. Now, this also could be the person you're thinking about, and this is why they're coming forward. Now you have the three of coins, the three of pentacles, doing it together. This does have to be a mutual thing. But you can't make nobody do their part, okay? But long as I explained it to you, then you'll be all right, okay? So now, and that's unless some of you want to be the one to reach out and to do it. Knight of Cups, Three of Coins, collaboration, active listening, synergy, teamwork, achieve, co-manage, and co-create. This is also some of you that will be going on a date, an interaction, meeting somebody somewhere, accepting some type of invitation to somewhere, a date, an interview, because you can seek closure by accepting an interview, right? To get you out of like a Five of Pentacles energy. by accepting a new job, right? Because you do have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but it hasn't came towards you yet. So are you going to accept this so it won't be any more delays? But you do have a Three of Coins, so somebody be willing to collaborate and to active listen. This is why the air element communication is in reverse. Plus you got the Six of Swords. Plus you got the Eight of Swords. Some of you ain't gonna want to listen. You're not going to want to hear it. You're not going to want to talk. And please make sure you remember me saying this in this video when it comes to your door, in a sense, or when it comes to that point. Remember what I just said. Some of you are going to be so stubborn that you're not going to want to hear it. You're not going to want to talk. When it's telling you to collaborate, be an active listener and give this moment of teamwork, okay? It's not saying that you have to be back together. What is this? King of Pentacles. Oh, who trying to come in here? Ultimate provider. Hardworking, grounded, secure, dependable, and stable. And we all know Vedic sidereal Jupiter is in Taurus. Yes? So, for some of you, hard work, like the Virgo energy also says, do what you must do. Get to the heart of the matter. Get to the details. You're going to have to continue to put the hard work into something. Get grounded. You have a lot of swords here. 7, 8, 6. See, excuse me. So you got 6, 7, 8. All up in your head. A lot of stress, worryation, because you're wanting to close the cycle out. But while it's trying to close out for you, if you're not being a hard worker toward it, if you're not trying to be open as collaboration to squash something, to make something stable, whatever it is, then how is the situation going to be healed? Okay. So this King of Coins or King of Pentacles also can be a father. It can be a potential Jupiter energy husband. Some of you may be married. This could be baby daddy. This can be a uncle, a brother, a father, right? King of Coins also can be a manager, a CEO, entrepreneurial. It could be any type of title as a profession, but also in the world, it can be, a masculine energy. Now, you don't have to be a man to have masculine energy, but it can be that you're about to, or is, a very hard worker. You're wanting to get to a more secure place in your life. You're very dependable. And are you willing to be active and collaborate on the next situation coming up towards you, which is going to be the Eight of Wands? Swift progress. Like I told you, something is coming around the corner fast. Remember, I told you in the older videos, right? We had to get to the first 2 weeks of June. We're here now. Okay, because everything else, the past 2 months, have been no talking, stagnation, delays, all of that stuff, right? Nobody's committing, nobody saying they're sorry, apology, and all that. But that's going to change. So I'm telling you ahead of time. Uh, Things taking off, movement, in alignment, going forward, air travel, and communication. So the Eight of Wands, as you know, in the tarot deck, is always going to be messages or messages from source sending down to you as downloads. Okay. Got more Virgo energy here. The Hermit. It's time for a revolution. But remember also, this is a general reading for us as a collective energy. So it's going to be different paces from you versus me and versus somebody else that may be on the other side of the world. So take it as it resonates for you, but at least I gave you the information. Okay, so we got procrastinate at the bottom. I'll show you that, which is the page of coins in reverse or page of pentacles in reverse. And look what came out, the tower in reverse, which is a near miss, a narrow escape, stall, delaying the inevitable, averting disaster, and resisting. Now, like I said, somebody here can still be resisting or is still resisting right now. But then again, Saturn is not retrograde yet. Mercury is not retrograde yet. The only action that we have right now, which is Jupiter in Taurus and now Mars in Aries, and Venus, she's not combust anymore. So I think she moved to Gemini. So it's about having the courage and the willpower to do something, to take action, such as to make a decision here. Okay. Now you do have procrastinate at the bottom, learning from mistakes, bad news, unachiever, no common sense, and lack goals. Don't don't procrastinate. Don't let this be you. Do not, don't let your goals go unfinished. And the goals also can be not to procrastinate. Now, if your person will still be the one who procrastinate, then you will have this sense of revolution. It will be meant for this to pass on by, but you were willing to collaborate and work. But you can't make nobody collaborate back with you. But Saturn or Source is giving this person a chance to do this. But you do have a near miss. So before I let you go, because the devotion needs to be shown. And we all know what devotion means. You have to devote yourself, your time, money, and energy, hard work, a sense of dependable. Um, if you want something, whatever it is. But if the person don't want to be devoted to do that, it's nothing that you can do but have a new revolution for oneself. So before I let you go, let me find out what this tower is. What can we put on it real quick? Where'd the card go? Traveling, which is another Eight of Wands. So somebody may be resisting to travel towards you or you to them. Um, Maybe they work as being a traveler. Maybe they drive for a living or they take flights. Eight of Wands. Maybe they're not in your area right now. But somebody is stalling about coming towards you because creativity in reverse, they don't know what to do, what to say. What can they think of to try and fix this situation with the tower in reverse? But they're delaying this, okay? And it's only bringing a sense of more of a disaster. Now, this is also can be you if you're delaying some things about seeing about yourself, taking a sense of relaxation when it comes to your health. Yeah, integration coming together, the yin and the yang, trying to make something work. Again, Three of Pentacles. Becoming a master of this. This is also why the King of Wands is in reverse. Because this is in a way, this is like a master moment. Okay? Like learning or mastering this new skill. which is seeking closure. When you know how to seek closure and not just push it off and avoid it and just skip over it and just move on with your life, you master that. Okay. As you continue to do that, you gain more wisdom and insight and clarity, and that's how you become an emperor or empress. Because a page of wands or a knight of cups is not a master. That's still in the learning process. Okay. Again, the king of wands in reverse can be somebody here is don't know how to master their true desires. They're um, they're delaying the inevitable of their own happiness and desire of truly what they want. So this person and or you can be creating a tower moment in their life for no reason because they're scared to go after uh, truly what they want to be devoted to. Rebirth popped out over there, and the mind. You see that? This is exactly almost like this. How some, and then the chariot is up under there, so that's good, but it just depends. So again, all up in the mind, avoiding doing this, doing that. So you had actually silence again, the moon, like I talk about, the moon over the third eye with the rebirth. Now, this person also may be quiet because they're going through a sense of revolution or rebirth because they do need to learn how to master this, but the timing of that is kind of up now. Okay, so yep, the sun card at the bottom. So hey, so today it was really about um the unfinished business is going to be about how you're going to learn to master this new skill coming up for you, which is about closure. Before December, and Mercury will be going retrograde twice before the end of the year. So it's going to be in August, and it's also going to be uh, November through December in Scorpio. Okay. So if nothing don't happen or be resolved before December, it's going to end anyway. So it's a chance for you and this person to have the sense of revolution. Then you also got Mars going retrograde in Cancer, the first part of December going into February of next year. So this person actually by then will regret the tower in reverse that they did not uh, give their self a chance to actually master this about their self, which is a learning lesson for them on how to be this king of pentacles, how to be an emperor, how to be an empress. There you go, before November. Like I said, and all of the timings I'm giving you is based off Vedic sidereal, not that Western. Because you can watch stuff dealing with Western all day and all night, but don't nothing happen because they're giving you the wrong timing. January, before January, so still before the end of the year. And your last card. Oh, something already had flipped too. Two of them. July and patience required in reverse. Yeah, like I said, somebody finally gonna run out of patience, but it's all about how they handle it. And then we got next year. So some of you, even though this deck is old, it does says goodbye 2020, which it has the mask on there. but it's 2024 going into 2025. But it's about also, yeah, healing, right? Because we all know what the pandemic was about. It's also about healing, healing within, healing yourself spiritually, physically, all these swords, mentally, also mastering your patience. Again, Saturn energy, not only you, but this other person. So, by all these cards in reverse, this has to be dealt with before the end of the year is up. And a lot of you, this will start in July or before. Okay. Because, again, Saturn going retrograde is the last week of June all the way through November. And while we're having that, Mercury will go retrograde in Leo, the Sun, August the 4th. So, bookmark this reading, always come back to it so you'll remember it, save it to your playlist. Because some of you may need to come back, listen to it, watch it, understand it, read the cards when it start to play out for you, because my readings are foresight. Okay. And I gave you the timing, but you do have unfinished business, and some of you, this person will show up. You will run into this person. They will call you if you don't have them blocked. um, for some of you, a lot of spiritual stuff here. They also can telepathic contact you, teleportation, astral traveling. This also can be, they would communicate with you. So if you're just ready to resolve it so you can move on spiritually and don't have to be held like a sense of atonement for it, unblock them. So when they're ready to call you, you can squash this. Let them go on your way. You're spiritually released from it. It will also take stuff off of your mind, take pressure off of your body, help you to heal. You will have become a master of that because you're learning how to deal with closure. And it don't have to be a lover, okay? All right. I see y'all in the next one.